Fuck your fucking options. Fuck your fucking zero DTE calls. Fuck the economy. Fuck inflation. Fuck your soft landing. I am sick of this shit. Fuck Wall Street. Fuck you all. I'm fucking out.
Welcome back again, boys and gals, lady and gentlemen. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day, boys and gals. And again, you know, I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back now. So I hope everyone's having a fantastic time, folks. My eyes doing much better. My migraine's feeling much better. Much love to all this appreciation and support from every single one of you lovely, lovely folks. We have some crazy things happening in the market as per usual, as it usually does. So give me 1 second. Let me see if we can get this up real quick. All right. And yeah, just checking out. Let's turn on some little music in the background as well. Why don't we? There we go. And turn that down. All right. So, of course, folks, as you already know, it is Memorial Day. So I do want to give a moment to those fallen heroes, a moment of full gratitude, of solemn remembrance to honor them because they have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. I was there fighting with them. I'm here alive, still dealing with my demons, as many of y'all know as well, but they aren't here to even deal with theirs. So much love to every single one of the fallen heroes who are out there. Let's celebrate their lives. Let's celebrate the people who valiantly stood in defense for our nation. And of course, take a moment to remember their courage, their dedication, and keep that pledge going and remember their legacy, to keep their legacy alive, as a matter of fact, through our actions and our dedications for the principles that they fought so valiantly for. So much love to everyone. 1 moment of silence real fast. And of course, there's never enough moments of silence to be appreciative of everything that they've done for us. But, you know, we're here, man. We got to keep the good fight going, as we usually do. If those of y'all who don't know this, life is short, man. Life is incredibly short. You never granted the next day. You're never granted tomorrow. So make sure to take all the moments you can to make sure that you're appreciative of all the times that you have. Family, loved ones, reach out, man. Holding grudges on that kind of shit doesn't matter. Because again, dude, we're not here that long in the thing called life, man. The earth keeps on spinning, the world keeps on ticking, and the clock keeps on ticking, should I say. And so it's just one of those crazy things to always remember. And this is definitely one of those days to do that as well. We got Bitcoin currently sitting at $69,000. I think it hit 69.20 a little bit earlier. I should just make that my title, as a matter of fact. We got some prices going on, man. I was thinking about the little thing where you actually have the little bar and you got to go underneath it, and it's like, how low can you go? How low can you go? And that's basically how I'm feeling right now in the ecosystem of PulseChain. How low are you willing to go to make sure that you can stick around? Because everyone wants to be around when things are bullish, when things are great. Everyone wants to be around when they say they made it. But you got to go through the trenches sometimes. And for those of y'all who don't know, we're still up, man. We're still up from the lows, but that doesn't matter at the time because many people are down. So salute to all those individuals as well. Much love to every single one of y'all. Let me say hello to some people in the chat who came through real quick. Yeah, exactly. ATX patchless now. I am, man. The doctor said to do it as needed. And at this moment in time, it's not needed. So much love as well. Westcott, salute to you, my boy. Co-host to Pulse Nation. I hope you're doing well, my boy. Christopher in the house. Good to see you live. Always. Brissology. Ethereum sitting at 38.86. Yeah, folks, we're going to be diving into that and more today, as a matter of fact. So let's just kick it off by checking out some price charts. Why don't we? Currently, Bitcoin sitting at $69,316. Again, it did, in fact, hit $69,420 just moments ago. But by the time I made the YouTube title, it was already at $69,390. So I just went with it. At this point in time, you can see Bitcoin is on a nice little bearish or bullish uptrend right now. You can see the parallel channel that it's sitting on. We are bouncing nicely off this average middle line right now. As you can see, we are still meeting the resistance at that $71,200 level, really even the $70,000 level. You can see we've hit a few different times and it's met resistance a few times now. So really, ideally for Bitcoin, you really want to see that thing just break out. Again, we've talked about this previous line being 69,000. We've seen it bounce all in this range, below, above, bounce as a level of resistance, support, and then we had the massive news, of course, that or not even the massive news. We had a nice little breakout over here, bouncing out back above, bouncing to the level of support, and bouncing off it once again. So you can see we're definitely playing all within this level and trend line right now. I can definitely see that trend line continuing. In fact, going as low as 68,700, as high as at this point in time 70,690. Really what you want to start seeing for Bitcoin to start getting really bullish on it is to just break above this 71,200 level and actually flip it as a level of support. So really you'd want to see it bounce up here. Whoops. I just realized you can't see me, or you can't see the drawing with me there. So un momento. All right, let's just put myself down there. Cool. So you can see is what you want to see over here is actually bouncing a little bit above on this particular line right now, and then actually find a way to bounce it as a level of support. So you want to bounce above, use it as support, and then bounce off, and then keep that rally going. I don't know if it's going to happen right away. Typically, we know this already, but after the Bitcoin halving, which was again in April, we usually on average get about 6 weeks to 8 weeks of it just kind of doing some sideways action. And you can kind of see actually the exact same thing happening right now. We're up to 37 days at this point in time. So we've now hit 4 weeks of some sideways action again from the halving date. Again, being up roughly around 6% isn't anything too crazy, as we see Bitcoin doing these moves quite often as well. Looking at the Impulse MACD on the daily, we have finally started to flip on the bullish side. We were going sideways for quite a while, and when this Impulse MACD disappears, it means the momentum isn't going one way or another. At this point in time, it's just showing it's just going sideways. People are capitulating. It's making a new local low. It's forming that new foundation to bounce off and then go even higher. And you can now see we just flipped over here on the 21st of May, so roughly about a week ago now, and it's flipping to a bullish side. So keeping that in mind, it's definitely something to be paying attention to when I am looking at these particular charts right now. Again, Bitcoin doing its thing, Ethereum having an absolute blast. Ethereum's kind of isolated in its own world. I don't want to say it's fully isolated in its own world, but the Ethereum ETF is pretty much primarily only benefiting Ethereum right now. There are many different applications and implications that actually get approved and benefit from the Ethereum ETF, such as all the SEC allegations from everywhere else that they're suing, like Coinbase, for example, talking about an ecosystem. Well, they just named Ethereum a commodity essentially by allowing it to be an ETF. And so that argument of being a ecosystem kind of goes null and void right from the jump. So I can see Coinbase going back, and I haven't checked. I know they were supposed to be filing something last week. I haven't gone back and checked what they've done at this point in time. That was the ETH dominance over there. But I haven't checked to see what they've done at this point in time just yet at this point. But I am expecting them to come back and probably file a motion to dismiss, as a matter of fact. But hey, dude, I'm no lawyer, man. I'm just simply checking out what's available on the chart, seeing what's around, seeing what we got going on in the ecosystem as well. But Ethereum's doing a nice little pump, man, sitting at $3,877 right now. You can see it got a massive rip as of the news. That was the buy the rumor, sell the news event. So this was definitely a liquidation candle. Anyone who sees a massive wick going both ways and just kind of finishing right here in the middle, that's called a liquidation wick, man. That's a liquidation candle for sure. Many people got absolutely wrecked. They went long, they went short. It just liquidates everybody on both directions, for people being mad bullish, for people being mad bearish. Everyone gets liquidated, and once that liquidation happens, it just forms a solid market to allow it to continue. That way it gets the people who are over leveraged out of the game right now, and that's definitely a liquidation candle that you're seeing. Once you saw that liquidation candle actually get completed, you can see a sell the news event. This is when the Bitcoin ETF or Ethereum ETF did get approved. And again, it wasn't that anything crazy is going to happen. We still don't have the ability for the ETFs to start buying the spot ETFs right now. That's going to be coming in the next few weeks, if not months, depending upon how long it decides to take. Sometimes it can be a matter of just a couple of weeks. Sometimes it can be a matter of 6 months. So we really got to wait and see when the S1 gets approved for it to actually start allowing these ETFs to actually start buying up that ETF or the ETH. And then at that point in time, sky's the limit, guys. We've already seen what happened with Bitcoin. Let's just go back and take a quick little look if y'all don't remember. So this is Bitcoin back on January 11th. That was actually when the ETF did get approved. Whoops. That was when the ETF did get approved with Bitcoin. So you can see January 11th happened and boom, it had a nice sell the news event for roughly about 12 days before they actually allowed them to start buying. And then as of January 24th, ever since that day, they just continued to purchase, continue to purchase, continue to purchase. I can see a similar situation happening because why? It's the same people. Like you got BlackRock, you got Fidelity, you got VanEck, you have ARK Invest, you have all these same entities who bought all of the same ETFs for Bitcoin now have it for Ethereum too. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to start buying after the 12-day period, but just look at this move alone. It was damn near a 2x in Bitcoin terms, which is pretty damn massive if I will say it myself, for 51 days. Usually you don't see that kind of move, especially with Bitcoin being as big of a market as it really is. Like now, I believe it's sitting at a 1.3, 1.4 trillion dollar market cap right now. So it takes quite a bit to do a 2x. Congrats on that move. We can see something similar, but again, it's just a matter of time before we find out when the actual ETF did get approved or when the S1 ETF allows them to start buying up these assets. Now, let's just take a quick little peeky weeky over here and say, boom, say it gets approved come mid-June, roughly around this time frame. A 90% pump from there alone in the next, I don't know, we'll say, how long did it take? 50 days? So we're just going to say from June to somewhere in the end of July timeframe, you start looking at $7,500 Ethereum, right? $7,000 Ethereum, $6,700 Ethereum. That's pretty damn bullish. And why am I doing it from that low? Because I do expect them to actually come down once this news starts getting approved. And we're going to see a sell the news event again before the actual rally starts really kicking off, because this isn't really that same. This was a sell the news slight event, but not that crazy. This is when things kind of are calming down. I can see people losing some momentum. Boredom sets in. Prices start coming back down into this $3,500 range, and then it starts taking off into this $7K, $6,700K range over the next couple of months. And that's definitely a possibility, folks. Just have to wait and see. One thing I will say for certain, though, is we now have the PulseChain ecosystem now being listed over here on TradingView. This is a post from the man Richard Hart, where you can actually see, you can find these particular tickers over here on TradingView now. So if you are looking and you're a fan of TradingView, like I have myself for all the other transactions that I did besides the PulseChain ecosystem, this is pretty cool, because now I can actually come in here into the PulseChain ecosystem and now pull these particular tokens on the channel at the same time without having to get into Dex Screener. So nothing against Dex Screener, much love to everything that they're doing. The free software that is absolutely incredible. You can still track who's buying, who's selling. You can see who's doing what down below. So if you were wanting to see who's doing some big purchases and just wanting to track some of this stuff yourself, you definitely can. But it is nice having it over here on TradingView as well. So this is PulseChain. Again, if you want to find the ticker, just simply go to the little search, type in WPLS DAI, and boom, you'll see PulseX PulseChain as an option right there. Select that, and you now have PulseChain as a ticker. PulseX is also here. The hex on both chains is also in here. So I have hex over on PulseChain, hex over on Ethereum, and then finally incentive token, boys and gals. So bam, they are all here. Pretty crazy stuff, man. I'm a big fan because I do have some algos or some different items in here that I use for some indicators over here, and it is nice just to be able to put them on the actual PulseChain charts as well, so we can actually see what's going on, take some moves. In fact, one of the most recent, or one of the fun ones that I love to look at, is the next pivot, where it goes back and looks at the previous 75 days and then 50 days after that, and it says what actually ends up happening during that time and where could prices end up going. And this is showing a pretty massive bullish news as well. I don't see the ecosystem getting that bullish right away, but dude, who knows? How crazy would it be if you start seeing back above 1.3 or above stack price over here on PulseX in the span of the next couple of weeks? We've seen these rallies happen where, again, it's just taking of what's happened in the past and kind of seeing if we can do something similar. So essentially what you're seeing is this chart pattern right here over this period of time. So these particular days, you can see a nice little bar pattern real fast. Let me see if I can just copy this bars pattern as a matter of fact. And we can probably just put it right over it. Whoops, bars pattern from this one to this one. And guess what? We can probably just move that right on over here. Yep, that's pretty exact. How cool would that be, folks? And you can see these things happen where it is in the span of 12 days, where you get a nice little 3x pump rally out of nowhere, and then everyone is back to being happy, excited. So don't let boredom get to you. Don't let it get you down or have it affect you in any sort of way. If you are feeling affected, that is perfectly normal, folks. We are creatures of emotions. So when you're seeing these charts go down for a period of many, many days, this is now going on 80 days of down, it kind of ends up getting at you, right? It eats at your soul. Eventually, at some point in time, you do something silly like sell your entire position when it's at the damn bottom. And for those of y'all who get out, best of luck to you, man. That's what I've always said to anyone. I want everyone to go make a lot of money. I'm wishing everyone mad gains as well. Keeping it real, though, man. That's one of those very short-sighted individuals as well, because just like we've seen over here with Ethereum when it first launched, and I know it's crazy to go back and look at any of these charts when they first launched and check it all out. But folks, there's a period of time where these prices were all the way here below a dollar, right? For Ethereum. Heck, they were below $10. Heck, they were below $100 for Ethereum. I don't care how long it took for Ethereum to get there, but it's now sitting at $3,800. And that's what I'm saying. Like, what if you're in a similar situation right now on the ecosystem, being in PulseChain, example, and you're sitting here below the sack price, and you're like, dude, man, I just don't know. I've waited this long. It's been brutal on my mind. It's been brutal on my stress. And the next thing you know, the bull market happens, and you're looking at prices all the way up here at this penny range, anywhere penny to 1/10 of a penny. You're somewhere in this range, and you're over here. You could just be mad celebrating, but you had very short-sighted vision, and you said, I couldn't last over this period of time because it just ate at my soul. Dude, step out of the house, stop looking at charts, go touch some grass, do what you got to do to make it. But at the same time, if you feel like you got to sell, I mean, I can't tell you what to do with your money, man. That's one of those things I cannot decide what to do. There are many people who have absolutely rinsed themselves. As a matter of fact, there was a Pulse alerts that I seen earlier where the dude was ended up selling all their position, right? And you can actually see right over here. Nope, it wasn't that one. Whale Pulse. 1 second, y'all. I'm doing a Whale Pulse. There we go. Pulse alerts with the space. So you can see, dude, this is what happens, man. Unfortunately, it happens all too often. But this person, 6.9 billion Pulse liquidated, brutal, 942,000 DAI bridge to Ethereum. So people sold and they bridged. This is people who are basically saying, you know what, it's more than I can handle. I don't want to mess with it anymore. And yeah, it's like this individual right here. This person absolutely kept selling. This is that person who just bridged all the DAI out as well. Just be mindful of that. But you can see 14.8 billion PulseX sold for $315,000. 5 billion Pulse sold. 5 billion Pulse sold. 5 billion Pulse sold. 5 billion Pulse sold. Yes, they got $1 million out of it. Congrats. You know what I mean? But that is so short-sighted. Even just seeing a potential for it reaching back to a previous sack level of just up here, which I know isn't too crazy in reality, but you're still looking at a nice 2x gain, if not the previous local top that we actually ended up making a nice 4x gain from there. And again, they sold all of their position. Now, again, I can't tell you what to do, but they're 100% out. Whether or not they fully cashed out, whether or not they come back in, whether or not they end up doing something silly, they got emotional and they said, you know what, enough's enough, and I'm out, dude. So congrats to everyone who continues to keep the motion and struggle and continuing mindset going. I'm still buying these tokens every single day. I haven't stopped, and I'll continue to buy all the way at least until September of 2024. At that point in time, I'll make the decision on if I'll continue to DCA some more, or if I start looking at different items, or if I just hold on to my cash. That will be determined at that point in time. But this is what I want to share, man. This is all possible. Even just looking at all of these charts, and they all look the same because they're all tied together through liquidity. So you have PulseX and Pulse looking damn near identical for the exactly chart. If I was to say which chart's which, I would say you tell me at that point in time, right? One thing I do want to point out while we are on the PulseX chart, going back to the daily real fast, we are hitting certain levels right now to be mindful of, right? So essentially, if we really do not hold this level right here that we're currently sitting at right now, which is roughly in this 4021 range, somewhere in this zone, we could be going down more than likely to the 4017. That's the next level that I have as a level of support. So just be mindful of that. Prices can always go lower than you expect. Prices will always go much higher than you expect. So just be ready for when they end up coming around. Looking at the next level down, if you just want to be mindful of what's possible there too, it would be looking at 4015. Now below that, again, we have some levels where you start seeing support resistance around this range. We just have to wait and see. So those are going to be the 4 levels I'll leave on the chart for now. Going downwards, looking on the upward side, just doing a quick little simple fib retracement, as a matter of fact, just from local top to local bottom where we're currently at right now, you would see we most likely end up coming back down. Let me switch this up over here. Whoops. All right, cool. Next level we'd be looking at, let me actually turn on the 236 as well. Cool, because that would be the next level that we'd be looking at. So going forward, the next levels that you'd be looking at on the upward side of things, we'd bounce off these levels and most likely bounce back up into the 4029 range, right? We'd probably meet some resistance around this range. As a heads up to anyone paying attention, that would be a level that you're going to be noticing some resistance. We're probably going to get a pullback, bounce back up again at that point in time, going up into the 4037 range. And that would just be the next levels that I would be paying attention to in terms of the simple look going forward, at least short term, right? This is always talking short term. Hex over on PulseChain currently sitting at 2067, also doing a bit of another dip there. We are on a bearish down right now. In fact, you can see we get a bullish engulfing candle here. It didn't last long because we went straight down from there. So we have been doing nothing at this point in time except for setting these simple little bearish channels. Keep this in mind. All things return back to a normal at some point in time, and they always like to go back. They test things certain amount of times before it actually bounces off. So just seeing where we're currently at right now, this is essentially damn near on the local or the all-time lows scenario. We're getting pretty damn close to there, right? If you do go below all-time low, which is 2 zeros and a 5, somewhere in this little zone, expect to go much lower. Heads up. Anytime that you break an all-time low, you expect to continue going lower. That's just how it goes when you're going through in that scenario. So making sure that y'all have a good little heads up on that as well. Yeah, exactly. No, Paul's going to 4. I can't even how many zeros. 10 zeros and a 1. I don't know how many zeros that was, but plenty of zeros on that one. Yeah, when ETH hits 10,000. Woo! Yeah, dude, that's coming around the corner too. It's kind of my guess. It depends on really when the actual ETF S1 gets approved for them to really start buying. Now, again, without the ETFs, Ethereum was still going to do crazy things such as 10, 12, even 15 to 17K. I believe that was already in the books and what it was going to happen. However, it's going to end up happening faster now that the ETFs have been approved for Ethereum. And once those suckers do start buying, boy, golly, man, you see so many times where the OA wallet for, RH, for example, he's bought plenty of Ethereum at the $3,700 range, something like 170,000 Ethereum, I think is what the number was people were saying. And then you get into the 10K range and you're looking at somewhere in the ballpark of like $1.5 billion of just whatever he wants to do with it. And so no expectations, obviously. There was a funny little meme that I found earlier. Let me see if I can just find it real quick over here. Give me 1 second. There was a funny meme I found earlier that I shared in a little group chat with my peeps. But I thought it was quite hilarious because it was the expectation versus reality situation, right? And yeah, here we go. Oh, it doesn't let me just download. Doesn't let me just see the freaking GIF by itself. Of course not. Anyways, let me just see if I can just find it over here then. Expectation versus reality GIF. But yeah, how's y'all weekend been, man? How have y'all been doing? What's been going on? What y'all got going on? I went and met up with my boy the other day. We had some fun, threw some frisbee disc. As you already know, that's my form of entertainment where I get outside, touch the grass. I hate losing discs, man. I hate it so much. And it seems like it's such a silly thing, but you throw a disc and it goes fucking 50 feet to 100 feet to 400 feet, however far it goes. It just goes a certain distance in front of you, and then it just goes off into the woods, like maybe 10 to 15 feet, and then it's just gone. And you're like, how is this possible? And they're typically bright and all that good stuff. And it just is one of those funny things. Anyways, just kind of sharing that because that's what I do. That's funny. Let me see. This is a funny one. Just in general. This is that expectation versus reality. This isn't the one I sent, but it's always funny. Naruto run. Naruto run. And that's what it looks like in reality. You're looking like a damn fool, man. You're looking like a damn fool trying to do the Naruto run. Big fan of Naruto. Big fan of anime. Shout out to all the anime geeks and my boys out there who love the mangas and all that good stuff as well. I seen a little funny video the other day, same thing, where it's like, talking about I'm you from the future, and he's over here trying to like, man, when you end up getting the chance, buy Bitcoin, buy NFTs. I know it sounds stupid, just do it. And then he's like, well, hold on, have you finished the Naruto series? He's like, yeah. He's like, he tries seeing it. He's like, is Jiraiya good? And then he's like, yeah, we're good. To those of y'all who understand, you understand, man. It's one of those they need not be explained type situations, but always funny. I can't find the freaking damn actual GIF that I sent earlier to my boys. But anyways, guys, it's something that I think everyone should end up doing. Lower expectations. Erase all your expectations. Have some fun. Let's just chill. Let's just relax. Lower the expectations as always. And at the end of the day, you'll be shocked it's kind of one of those same things. If you've ever lost something, you typically find it once you actually stop looking for it. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Since everyone's no longer expecting a pump to happen, as soon as everyone's like, dude, it's done, it's over, it's fucking out, we're done, we're just going to see a pump like crazy, and that pump is just going to shock everyone. So be ready for it. At the same time, don't do something silly like wreck yourself too soon. What's up, Jay? Everything. Hope you're doing it fantastic, my boy. This chat is perfect for a summer party. Yeah, dude. Can you believe? Yeah, we've already hit. So I'm in Texas, and there's about to be, I think we're about to hit our first day over 100. But the heat index, we've been at like 90, 95 for the last week and a half. The heat index is about to end up hitting somewhere. I think it already hit like 113 one day. It hit like 108 one day because we got that humidity here in Texas, boy. If you don't know about that heat and humidity, god dog, you step outside and you just start insta sweat. You can't even help yourself. You're like, I haven't even done anything. I'm just standing right here. You just start insta sweating. My wife doesn't even sweat that much, and she's over here sweating. That's how you know it's hot as fuck. It's about to be that summer party time for show, though, man. I can't wait. Charles Fucks. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. What's up, Benny Davis? How you doing, my boy? DCA time. It show is. What's up, ATX and group? DCA time. Yeah, man. It's. I know it sounds as crazy as it is, but that's the reason why you DCA. Like, you literally DCA for the exact same reason that you don't care what the prices are doing. If they're high, you DCA. If they're down, you DCA, and you do that for a period of time. I set myself up on this journey in the very beginning of PulseChain launching, saying I'm going to DCA for 12 to 18 months. The first 12 to 18 months of PulseChain launching, I will DCA. PulseChain launched May of 2023. I'm going to DCA for the first 12 to 18 months. Well, we've already hit 12 months and I'm still going to DCA until September. That's my full cutoff date, my stop date where I stop the daily DCA challenge that I've been doing at this point in time. I'll keep everyone updated on that as well. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can get information on that when the time comes. But so much love to every single one, man. That's just something that I think you forget why you DCA in the first place. And it's to literally just get rid of the emotions of why you're DCAing in the first place. You don't care what the prices are doing. If they're high, you DCA. If they're low, you DCA. And then over a period of time, maybe we'll say 24 months during a bull run, you see mad gains and you were happy that you DCA'd the whole time. But it's tough. It's tough to do. Trust me. For those of y'all who haven't done this already in the past, everyone wants to get rich quick, and I get you. You want to get rich within a year. You want to get rich within a month. You want to get rich within 6, whatever it is. That's why we do meme coins. That's why you see all these meme coin mania things. There's a new one that's out there right now that everyone just, says they're going to take over the whole meme coin central party and be like Pepe and Shiba and all that other stuff. And dude, there's money to be made in the meme coins. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't last long, and you better be ready to take profits quick. If you have a long-term mindset with meme coins, you tend to get fucking wrecked. So you got to either switch your mindset if you're going to play around in the DGM world that is meme coins, or buy stuff that you can hold for a long period of time and then let it do what it does. Again, you would have been ecstatic if you just go back and look at any crypto in the past, right? Go back and look at any crypto in the past that's still around years later, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years later. There's only a handful of them, obviously, because Ethereum's really only been out for damn near 8 years. So there's only a handful of them in the first place, but there are tokens that have been around that if you got in at the very beginning of those tokens and you look at where they're at now, regardless of what's happened in between, you probably see some mad highs, you probably see some mad lows, but you've probably never seen the lows that you got when you first bought in the very beginning of a ecosystem. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. What's up to Mr. Max? How you doing, my friend? What's up, Chaztown? Hope y'all are doing great, man. What we got going on in some crypto news? Crypto news. Hit the likes for sure. Much love. When sudden wealth going to hit, lol. When you least expect it, my boy. That's the downside to it. Everyone looking at their pulse, everyone looking at their portfolio, everyone's looking at their wallets, everyone's looking at the prices, everyone's looking at the charts. It is what it is, man. It's going to come when you least expect it. And like I said, just like if you've ever lost something, my boy, you have to truly give up. It's one of those weird things that happen inside, but you can't just fake give up and be like, all right, man, I fucking quit. I'm going to stop looking for it. Because as soon as you fake look for it, it's not like it's just like, wow, it appeared in front of me. Holy shit, it's here. No, bro. Never fucking happens that way. But as soon as you officially like give up, man, and you're like, you know what? I don't know. I've been looking at it for fucking 30 minutes, an hour. I've been looking, whatever it is that you're searching for. You have to truly give up in your heart of hearts, man. And the universe knows when you've done it. And as soon as you give up, it's like, all right, cool. Here you go. Here's your gift. Here it is. Here's what you've been looking for the whole time. And you're like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know. I'd already forgotten. So it just happens on that one. Sudden wealth comes whenever sudden wealth comes, my boy. That's what's tough. What I will say is expect 25 to be a crazy year. And it's just a matter of do we go into 26 or not? That's what I'll say. I'm only going to catch a few minutes live. Oilers and Stars playoff game starts soon. Go Oilers. See you on the replay. Well, I hope they win, man. I hope you get a good dub on that one, man. It's always good to celebrate with the team winning. You know, I rep my Hawks over here. Got the Seahawks over on. Whoop. Rep the Hawks. So, go Hawks. I feel you on that one, man. Chastown, hit the likes. Good to see the eyes better. Appreciate that. Live and well. Keep on giving up the alpha. Appreciate your tea time. Much love, my boy. Right. When ETH gets to 15K, oof, yeah, dude, that's gonna be crazy, right? Have Memorial Day, ATX. Yeah, it's tough, man. Always tough. For real, guys. Like, give us a moment of silence for every single one of you, everyone, you know, who are just here, who are around. Memorial Day is not one of those days to be celebrating where you don't be like, Happy Memorial Day, bro. No, I need none of that, man. But just understand that the disciplines that they instilled, you want to be carrying on and you want to do right by them as well. And that's something that I've held near and dear to my heart, which is why integrity is a motherfucker. It's doing the right thing when no one's looking. And that's part of the whole DCA period, because it's easy to say, it's easy to do. Or I'm sorry, it's easy to say, it's sometimes not so easy to do, which is why integrity is there. Make sure you keep yourself accountable, man. Hold yourself accountable for your actions. Don't find blame for anyone else. Just take action. Take accountability. If you even find someone else fucking up, find a way to put that action on you and be like, hey, man, I didn't do good enough to help you understand. Let me go back and let's figure out a way to move forward. All that stuff. All that stuff. Anthony Saavedra says, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I'm thinking about doing like a stream tomorrow. Let me know what y'all think on this. But I'm thinking about doing a stream where basically we take something like Suno AI, which I've, shared in the past as well. But we take something like Suno AI and we end up making songs out of maybe songs from like the 2000s, right? And so I'll give you like a quick example. I'll give you a quick example of something like I was thinking about doing. Who believes the hardest? This guy. Let me go show you something real fast. So here we go. What? Why am I not typing? All right. And just get past the good old ads. All right. So we've all heard this song before, but I'm going to pull up a mix of two different songs. Am I logged in? No. Okay, cool. I'm not logged in here. Let me log in real fast. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, cool. Got me logged in over here. Cool. So let me pull up this, and I have to do it over here in this particular format so I can actually share. All right, cool. So let me know what you think about this. So this is kind of a thought that I had, right? So this is 3 Days Grace. So I Hate Everything About You song, right? It's one of those songs that you just hear and you're like, all right, cool. But it basically, I think we've all heard it in the past. And I had this little idea where I was like, why don't I take songs from the 2000s or songs that y'all recommend? When we check out the original, we take the lyrics and we throw them into stuff like Suno AI. This is one of those songs. We take every feeling. I think we've all heard this song before, right? Let me know. But I haven't missed you yet. Okay, so we had that song, and I was like, why don't we just make that into Suno AI? And I was like, why don't we make it into like a jazz chill song, right? So I actually went to Suno AI, typed in the lyrics into good old Suno AI as well. This song it comes up with a little jazz version. Let me know what y'all think. Every feeling that I get, but I haven't missed you yet. Every roommate kept awake by every side scream we made. I hate everything about you. Hate everything about you. Why do I love you? All that. Nice little jazz chill version of it. And then I'll play a different version just because it makes two different songs. This is like a full jazz for like the first minute of the song. Just like nice, relaxing, chilling, all good.
But I haven't missed you yet. Every roommate kept awake by every side scream we made. All the feelings that I get, but I still don't miss you yet.
Anyways, let me know what y'all's thoughts are on that. Hod Pro actually came out with another song as well, or another little thing, should I say, where she just put on the lyrics. And again, shout out to Hod Pro on this one. Hod Pro, whoops, didn't pull that up at all correctly. What? Okay, 1 second over here because I thought it was easy to find, but apparently it's not. Replies. All right, cool. Here it is. So she had this song right here, right? And it's the Journey, Living on a Prayer. That's what I believe it to be. Working like a note for the PulseChain, right? It's just all that good stuff. So she writes all the lyrics out, checks them all out in here. Loving a validator, living it up when the market's down, loving a validator, right? And I was like, why don't I do that? Put it into, guess what? Suno AI. And so I ended up doing the same little thing. Check it out.
Walking like a note for another pulse chain. Working for the crypto dream. Betting on the tokens I'm holding. I'm gonna have a bullet scheme. But where am I gonna stay? They tell me the kill is blind. I read white papers like an open book. This pulse 65. Loving a validator. Living it up when the market's down. Loving a validator.
Anyways, dude, I'm always a freaking amazed by all of this, guys. Like straight the F up. This it's always amused me. Anyways, it's always amused me with what you can do, and I was just wanting to make like a stream where I just hop on here. You get like 480 credits a day. Each time you create, you get right around 10 credits taken. So I don't know how many songs could I end up making? 48 songs, somewhere in that ballpark. So let me know down in the comments, I guess, or whenever I hop on that stream and do it, possibly even tomorrow, where I'm thinking about streaming probably midday. It's kind of my guesstimation. By midday, I do mean around 12 to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know the exact time frame just yet, but expect that instead of maybe a later stream in the evening and doing a quick little market pulse update. But I wanted to share that because, you know, why the F not, right? Why the F not? And I wanted to make sure everyone had a good idea of that before it actually came down into it. So taking a quick little last snippet over here into some items. This is the price of PulseChain right now, price of PulseX, price of the incentive token, price of Hex, current prices on the ecosystem right now. So PulseChain's pretty damn low, which is great for those of y'all who are wanting to get into a great opportunity. Again, 40488. You can get a much better deal than people got a year ago. So shout out to those people who are buying today. Keep that in mind, folks. Someone buying right now is going to get a better deal than you. And do you want them to beat you? Do you really want them to beat you? I'm way too competitive to let that happen, dude. So I just do not want to let that be the case. If they happen to beat me and they come in with less capital, congrats on that. Much love to every single one. I want every one of y'all to win, but I want to win too. So keep that in mind. I'm going to get myself a nice sized bag. That way I can continue to accumulate. That way we don't have to see the 10,000x gain. But when it comes, it's going to be glorious. PulseX sitting at 40211, incentive $2.68. Hex on PulseChain 0.0067. In Hex over on Ethereum 0.0017. So the ratio still being 1-to-4 ratio. So looking like Ethereum ratio is coming back down even closer as well. We just crossed 1 million active wallets back on May 19th as well as of May 19th on PulseChain. So keep that in mind. You can see a nice little chart here for active wallets, unique addresses, all that good stuff. But anyways, wanted to share that out. Ethereum Gwei is looking pretty damn juicy still right now. It was below 10 when I started the stream. I think it was sitting around 7 or so. So just pay attention. I wouldn't try, like, being that it likes to hover below 10 now. Even when it's above 10, I would say wait a little bit and you'll see it drop in half. Save yourself some extra dollars. Use those extra dollars to buy more tokens of your choice. Looking at some news articles real quick. We got some Bitcoin spot ETFs now control over 1 million BTC. Great on BlackRock collectively hold more than half of the $70.5 billion in Bitcoin ETF funds. 1 million Bitcoins, folks. Can you at 1 million Bitcoin? Again, there's only 21 million Bitcoin ever to be made. And right now in the market, there's somewhere in the ballpark of 19.5 million Bitcoin, somewhere in there. We got the halving producing 3.25 Bitcoin per block every 10 minutes or so, but neither here nor there. The other day, there was roughly about 5 times more purchases on the ETF Bitcoins than there were actually mined that day. So pretty damn crazy stuff. I think they were looking at 30,000 Bitcoin bought in a day. And you can probably see on a chart over here. Was it this one? 1 second, y'all. Yeah. So it was right over here. Whoops. Oh, that was the 3,600 Bitcoin. There you go. So it's 3,600 Bitcoin that day. And that day alone, there was only, I want to say, I don't even know if y'all could see that right there, just because where I was at. So 3,600 Bitcoin was actually purchased up on the Bitcoin ETFs that particular day out of all the 13 ETFs that were approved. And I think there was only roughly around 600 Bitcoin mined that day. So pretty damn crazy stuff overall. I expect something similar happening with Ethereum when that goes live. So keep that in mind. Checking out some more interesting news real fast. And let me just kind of read over here in the chat for those of y'all who are here as well. We got Tam Tam. What's up, fam? Prospector in the house. El Sizzle. Who believes the heart? Again, we talked about that. I can't spell for some reason. All good. Crypto Bendu, except now, right? If you get like, I don't know what you're trying to say here. If you get like, go ahead and stream that. Okay, cool. So fun. Make a salsa song. Of which one? Of the Living on a Prayer or of 3 Days Grace, Christopher? We can make any salsa song, dude. That's what I'm saying. This is maybe we'll save that for tomorrow's stream. I know I can appreciate you coming through as well, but we'll have a little fun, just AI song creation day, and that'll probably be tomorrow's stream. So keep that in mind. So many people fading Hex opportunity. Dude, I do not fade Hex 1 second. I buy as much as you can when you can. I accumulate a certain amount, and once you accumulate a certain amount, you stake it, right? Because Hex is a long-term play, in my opinion. So I stake that out for 10 years plus to earn myself maximum amount of T-shares. That is a long-term play, in my opinion. It's always been a long-term play, in my opinion. And so I got myself a nice stack of T-shares. Again, if you aren't doing this, make sure to do them separate in separate wallets, folks, because you do not want to have one wallet holding all of your tokens, get hacked, get rugged, get compromised, and all of a sudden you ain't got shit. And that would be absolutely brutal, right? It would be absolutely brutal. Here we go. 1 second here, since we're talking with Suno. And let's just see what it does real quick. We'll go share. Oh no, let me turn on my music as well. Get some little Zelda background music. Create. Custom. PulseX, which is a DEX ecosystem. What do I want to say here? That is deflationary. And we'll just have it generate the lyrics for us. We can have some fun doing this tomorrow. A little bit more thought maybe being put into it and all. But here we go. I don't even think it got PulseX on this one. Crypto coins, endless chance, digital dreams alive, bridge. Yeah, didn't really get the quite same style, but I'll just throw it in salsa real fast. And it's named it Crypto Love, and we'll just click create. See what it generates us real fast in the meantime. Again, that'll be done in probably like 30 seconds. It doesn't take too long at all. Let's see what we got going on in some crypto news world. Hong Kong reportedly tests retail digital currency for mortgage pricing. Caitlyn Jenner falls victim to cryptocurrency exit scam. I pulled that article up earlier, so we'll just see. This is one of those things that happen where basically Caitlyn Jenner was allegedly socially engineered to promote a scam coin called Jenner. And her account ended up getting compromised, from what I understood from reading something in this article. The initial tweet shared from Jenner's X account endorsing the meme coin, including a photo showing Jenner alongside former President Trump and Republican candidate, or the former President Trump. Jenner's X handle on Sunday afternoon posted the link to the meme token with the caption, "Let's all win together. Send me some of your favorite meme coins here." And of course, everyone just absolutely went crazy with it. It was, of course, a scandal. It was, of course, a exit scam with $3.3 million. Where, yeah, unfortunately, people just want to make money, man. They literally just cannot wait to just connect their accounts. And this is what I say: if you're gonna do some shit like this, have a dummy account, y'all. Just have a dummy account. Come on. Just stop it. The token experienced an astonishing 28,000% surge in just one day. So 280x in a day. Data from Dex Screener shows that Jenner has now reached a market cap of $18 million, marking a significant milestone. And of course, executed rug pull. Boom. And this will happen all too often, folks. All too often. People are just so freaking hungry that they just cannot wait anymore. They just want to just win at any cost for any reason. But let's see what this song says. We got some crypto love over here in salsa style.
Crypto coins, endless jam.
Yeah, this song is fucking crazy. I'm straight up just so amazed. I need to get the lyrics a little better.
Crypto coins, endless jam.
Right,
inflation keeps us sane. Changing on dreams alive, trading the night we thrive. On the block we stay. Future flows our way.
Wow.
No middleman we trust. Ecosystem, no rush.
Fun.
Middleman we trust. Ecosystem, no rush. Changing our dreams alive. Trading the night we cry.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways. Back to the crypto news real fast over here. What does this say? Okay, I already read that one the other day. What we got going on over here? Bitcoin ETFs now hold over 1 million Bitcoin, 5% of the total supply. We just talked about that, which is crazy. 5%, damn. Makes sense. There's only 21 million, as we talked about. Tyco unveils mainnet on Ethereum featuring Vitalik Buterin's inaugural block. Shiba Inu stalls during meme coin frenzy, continues consolidation. The future of work, personal tokens, and career tokenization. Donald Trump's crypto portfolio surpasses $10 million. Wow. Donald Trump's crypto holding surpasses $10 million, driven by Trump meme coin surge to $12.67. Trump owns a diverse assets such as 463 Ethereum, 1 million MVP tokens, 20 billion Conan tokens, and more. He's definitely promoting pro-crypto policies. If you haven't seen him already, he's definitely all about pro-crypto policies. According to Arkham Intelligence, former U.S. President Donald Trump's portfolio has reached a new milestone, now exceeding $10 million, primarily due to the surge of the Trump token. Inside Trump's portfolio, as of the latest, the politician holds $7.34 million worth of Trump token. Wow. The asset's price rose by $1.40, significantly boosting his portfolio. Trump's diverse portfolio includes notable assets, which we just discussed, and you can actually see that particular one over on Arkham. Arkham Intelligence, by the way, freaking awesome website. If y'all haven't used it, really cool stuff. I wish they would show PulseChain. They show all the other chains out there, and so it's easy to track a bunch of information. And I would use them quite a bit if they had supported PulseChain. I have put in my own request, but y'all are welcome to also throw in y'all's request as well. I will support the right self-custodian. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin. Damn. Yeah, talk about crypto going political. That's definitely happening right there. Uniswap flashes $41 million bankroll ahead of crucial May 31st governance vote. Trump widens lead over with Biden on Polymarket and predicted after courting crypto vote. ETF approvals will boost Ethereum's long-term growth despite short-term headwinds. 96% of Pepe holders are in profit after price soars. So keep that in mind. Anytime you see a price reaching all-time high, damn near everyone will be in profit. So keep that in mind whenever PulseChain starts going back to reaching all-time highs. Damn near everybody's going to be back in profit. When Hex goes back to reaching all-time highs, damn near everybody's back in profit. So do not be left behind in that scenario. Mad money to be made. Blockchain Dead's Fear introduces bank-to-wallet Telegram extension. Solana price encounters resistance at $190. YouTube co-founder backs meme coin based on First Cat. Solana validators approve 100% allocation of priority fees, ending 50-50 burn split. I'm sure they did. Analyst says XRP will make extraordinary moves, and I know they were going back as well and actually doing a whole like counter suit as well because of the ETF approval. Now that spot ETFs have been approved for Ether, and spot ETFs are now officially legal in U.S. law decoded. Yep, could Ethereum outshine Bitcoin with new U.S. spot Ethereum ETFs? Wow. That would be pretty crazy if it flipped this cycle. I do expect Ethereum to flip Bitcoin. It will be quite funny at that point in time when Bitcoin becomes an altcoin. But yeah, dude, I'm just going to be waiting on that, right? I guess we'll just be waiting and seeing. I think it's going to wrap up this stream right here today, boys and gals. Yeah, that was a hit. Sending it to my hot Latina cousin. Lol. Love that. Appreciate you. I'm worried, really worried. Nah, man. I wouldn't worry. I mean, dude, I don't want to say like don't worry at the same time. Don't worry, be happy, right? Just try to focus on other things to keep your mind off the stuff happening right now in the present day. Because if you're looking at stuff, it's one of those things that you end up doing to yourself. You end up just focusing on something so much that it becomes such a key point on it, and it ends up becoming a key factor. So if you focus on things that make you depressed all the time, for example, you're most likely going to continue to remain depressed. And that is just not good for your health, for your wealth, for your soul, for your family, or for anyone around. So keep that in mind, folks. But other than that, I look forward to being on tomorrow's stream, doing some fun AI stuff. And if y'all want to, you're welcome to leave a comment down below. If you're still here with the channel, definitely come over to YouTube, put that subscribe button. Much love to every single one, and I will catch you in the next one. I want to take a minute and thank all of our Patreon members over on patreon.com. Also want to thank all the badge members for YouTube memberships.